Right, so huge welcome, Andrew. It's your first week at Gap. I know you've been kind of dabbling with us for the last few months, sort of one day a week, but this is the first big week and a low pressure week with our strategy award strategy board day on Friday. So yeah, how are you feeling?
Yeah, really pleased to be starting at Gap. I've been thinking about it for quite a few months now, so it's just a delight to be starting. And it's a really exciting but kind of difficult time. I don't think we can pretend that the kind of backdrop in the economy and society is easy, can we? Because, I guess we're hoping we're just coming out of the pandemic, but now, with the kind of geopolitical situation, things are very difficult. And that forces us perhaps to think about some of the things in the economy that aren't working so well. So it's I guess it feels to me like a really important time to be starting an organisation like Gap, because it's sort of a turning point, or at least it feels like it might be a turning point, in a good way, we hope. And Gap is an organisation, I think, that can provide a really important set of interventions, if that's not too technical a way of referring to it, into that rather uncertain world where people are increasingly anxious about the future of the planet and the environment.
No, you're right. It's a pretty scary week by all accounts, or scary few weeks by all accounts, with war in Europe and cost of living crisis looming, and increasing sort of conversations within the major parties about backtracking on green commitments. But like you say, I mean, we're in a sort of unprecedented sort of situation now. We've got, a huge amount of support for looking at things differently. We've all been forced to try and work and do things differently over the last few years. And we've also been really sort of helped to see what's essential, and also who runs and supports our lives, and value those in a very different way to, I think, perhaps we've done in the past. So I'm very optimistic that we're in a space where we can make major change now, and that there's real public support to start doing that. So yeah, I think exciting times, and really excited to have you and your very different background to come and help Gap think about this and build our campaigning and our work around new economics and a post-consumerist world. So yes, very excited.
Well, it's interesting for me because there's a whole bunch of new disciplines at Gap that I'm less familiar with, but I think bring an awful lot of insight into the situation that we're in at the moment. And having the trust of and access to, for instance, young people in schools, I think is going to be really important, because in the end, the things that probably constrain political action and the policy that we need, the policy change we need, but also societal norms, is this kind of it's a bit like the final scene of Reservoir Dogs, isn't it? Where everyone's standing around staring at each other, and we're all in this situation where it's difficult to be a first mover. But actually, and I don't want to put this on the shoulders of young people, but young people in particular seem to be the ones that have been breaking ranks in the past few years and saying this is not a sustainable way to run the world or the economy, and we do need to do something different. And I think on the one hand, it's unfair to put that on them because they haven't created the problem, but on the other hand, their voices can be incredibly influential in the debate.
Yeah, I completely agree. And one, I think, really important shift that Gap's taken over the last year is to start bringing youth voice into our decision making. So bringing in young people onto our board, but also supporting youth-led networks across the UK to really start to debate these things and to input into policy and be invited to input into policy. So good luck.
I thank you, Sonja, and good luck too, because you've got lots of exciting and interesting times. And that first year with your newborn is such a precious time. I know it's your second time round, but they'll surprise and delight you. So have the best of years and enjoy it.
Yeah, I feel I know a little bit more about what I'm in for this time, which is nice. But yeah, it will be fun to watch what goes on from the sidelines, and then and rejoin and hear what everyone's been up to when I've hopefully getting a bit more sleep.
We'll do our best.